Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad? Of course. Ask away.
Yeah, I was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the Marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
It's no lie that I've been looking to leave the Marshals, but you're right. That's not the whole story. The Patriarch asked me to keep an eye on you, so here I am.
And I am truly sick of retirement. But, yeah, I'm doing the Patriarch a favor, too. Not sure exactly. We came by a week and a half ago, and it was stone quiet.
We were gonna get the place cleaned up before you got here. But then the Dorseys attacked the city, so it got put on the back burner.
Something must have triggered the security systems between then and now. Could have been anything.
Let's say liaisons. The Patriarch wants you to succeed, and he knows it's not gonna be easy. You're strangers in a strange land.
You don't know the politics. You don't know the personalities. Who hates who? Where the bodies are buried.
That's where we come in. We're here to make sure you don't make too many rookie mistakes, step on the wrong toes. And yeah, we're supposed to report back to the Patriarch about how you're doing. But you didn't really expect to be left completely to your own devices, did you?
Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad. Well...
Well, Sergey won't blow his own horn, so I'll do it for him. He's Colorado's greatest war hero. Fought by the Patriarch's side from the beginning and saved the old man's life about 100 times, right, Sergey?
$75. Tops. Now, let me tell you about Mr. Slick here. Nobody knows the streets and alleys of Colorado Springs, or the people that live there, better than dashing Darius Kwan.
You're too kind, Sergey.
Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Could be what set off the alarms.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water. The nukes were the deluge of fire. Okay, what's next? My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So, pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't. And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up. Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it. Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping, before I toss it all out. After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialist for the base. Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet. Well, I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My time in the Marshals means I've got connections and trusted informants everywhere. Plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy. Great. I'm at your disposal. Lead the way. pretty grand in here. Maybe you can make it your trophy hall or museum or something. Or a handball court. Well, this must have been the mess hall. Better get this up and running pronto. Keeping your people well fed is probably the easiest way to keep them loyal.
Please, don't shoot! Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals. I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us, but you're not beholden to them. We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here, for any of us. We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming. Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks and we never set anything off before. Of course. That's what I knew you'd say. We'll go to the city then. Beg for food like the others do. Won't be any more trouble for you. Come on, everyone! Gather up your things. Don't trouble yourselves. We'll be gone when you come back.
Del said you'd make us leave. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Orders to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
I wish we had guns. Then you couldn't push us around.
Rangers, good to see you. Well, I've got friends in the Marshals, the Patriarch's Palace Guard, and some local militias. They've always got more folks wanting to sign up than they have positions for. So I asked my pals to send over everybody on their waiting lists. Now, some of these folks may be, less than top grade for sure. But most will be solid recruits, ready and willing to learn. You'll have to pick and choose. Sure thing. Let's have a look. There you go. Anything else? Happy to tell you what you need to know. Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories. And he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles. I'll be here.
A garage. We get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here. Look at all this machinery. If we can get it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory. What a stink. Somebody's been using this medbay for a morgue. Gonna take an ocean bleach to get it ready for customers.
Systems active. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
can you be dead?
Please! My son's not a Dorsey! Let him go!
For you all!
Some of the refugees helped the Dorseys.
Deluge of blood is
Can you
coming
believe
for
it?
you all!
This kid's going in the pillories next.
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival, partly from the confessions of the Dorsey Raiders. You'll be pleased to know that I sentenced them to death for their part in the attack on the city and your convoy. Which reminds me, that Dorsey you requested stand trial? He was clearly guilty and sentenced to the pillories. A waste of my time. He did have this note, though, which you may find interesting. They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. Oh, to the contrary. It is more merciful than the punishments meted out by the mountain clans or the gangs of the plains. If we did any less, they would see our nation as weak. And in Colorado, weakness is death. As much as we might long for the world before the bombs, when justice was not so cruel, that is not the world we inhabit.
And let's be honest, Judge. You kind of like it too, don't you?
No, I do not. I only do what the law commands.
And since you're the law around here, I guess you're your own boss.
I follow principles set forth at the second founding of this city, as you know very well. Without our laws and the penalties to enforce them, we're no better than the Wastelanders. For some offenses, we have a work camp on the plains. I don't approve of their methods, but it's outside my jurisdiction. Minor infractions, like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct, are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Proceed. Indeed.
Bastards! Murderers!
I always get
Murderers!
stuck with shit
Extra!
patrols.
Cowardly attack on Colorado
Bunch of
Springs!
dead Dorseys.
New in town? Did you hear about what happened? Yep. I work for the Colorado Patriot, only newspaper left in America. We tell people what's happening in the city and what they should think about it. Oh, Marshall Station, right over there. Can't miss the pillories out front. Sure has. Dorsey's got into the city, but nobody knows how. They started shooting up the place and killed a lot of people. Then they made a run at the Patriarch's palace. Oh, but they couldn't get inside. It took a while, but Sheriff Daisy and the marshals beat him back. Now they're holed up in the Garden of the Gods. Well, some of them, anyway. Others jumped in their trucks and ran for it. Just what I've been told. Back before I was born, they were the family that betrayed the Patriarch and tried to take charge of Colorado. The thing is, everybody thought they'd been dead for years. I mean, there's tons of stories about how the Patriarch wiped them all out. Be careful. Might still be Dorsey's hiding out in the city.
How does it feel now?
Goddamn Dorsey's shot refugees and Coloradans alike. What did we do to them?
Dorsey scum!
Dozens
No
killed by
mercy
Dorsey's
on your
thugs!
souls,
Families
Colorado.
taken hostage!
Martha, why else would I even keep a shotgun around if I don't use it? Consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I can't handle myself? I've put down worse than these in my time.
Oh, since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life. Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those Dorseys, he'll get himself killed.
Some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing store in the whole dang town. So I'm going in after them. Finally, someone with some spine. I do it all myself, but since you're new in town, I figured you'd need to show your mettle.
Josiah, don't you do this. Let these people handle it. They've had plenty of experience by the look of them.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Thank you. Keep an old man from killing himself, will you?
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith in me, Martha? Especially in front of these soldier types? You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over. Well, go on then.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off! I done told you! Don't come any closer! Nah, you're right. We're gone. Huh, nice get up.
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys. We'll clean up the old store and make it good as new. Pretty soon we'll be selling suits, pants, hats, and all the rest. Finest garments in town. And here, a little token of our appreciation. Come on back after we reopen the shop. Come on back after I open up my shop.
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe Garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic there. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The doc is...
Snapping Jimmy Bob's still standing. Dorseys or no Dorseys. You think a little raid would stop snapping Jimmy Bob? No siree. Oh, hey! New faces? Let me know if you need to restock. I hear there's still some Dorseys in the city. Oh, that's my prized possession. A genuine pre-apocalypse, fully functional microwave. I could cook up some truly gourmet delicacies with it. But the damn power got cut in the fighting. It'll take the city weeks to fix it. That's snapping, Jimmy Bob, thank you. Not that much to tell. My dad was a trader, and a good one. And now I'm a trader, and a good one. Might seem boring to wandering muscle like yourself, but I like it. Let's.
Sorry, no admittance. Museum's closed. No entry by order of Sorry, no admittance. Museum's closed.
Jesus, loaves and fishes, Christ! That's a bomb under my stall, ain't it?
Oh, shh.
Holy mackerel! Better stay back from my stall. Those goddamn Dorseys dropped a landmine under it. Heck no! That mine is right in front of my stock. Oh, thank God. You'd be doing me a shell of a favor. Wish I could get these Flipper and Marshals to take care of the dang bomb under my stall. Really? That's great news. Here's a little something for you. I'm back in business. Welcome to the freshly reopened Taiwan Jones's Emporium! We have everything you need, just for the asking, and...
You didn't hear this from me, Franz. But word is, there's still Dorseys all around the city waiting to jump innocents such as yourself.
Be sure to stock up with me, yeah? Sardinely.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Can't really see the difference between you and the ordinary class of mercs.
Don't take that tone of voice with the Rangers, Lupinski.
Or what, Quan? You gonna arrest me? Fine, fine. What do you want? It's the Garden of the Gods. Rocks, experimental farms, and now those fucking Dorseys. Nope. Sheriff Daisy say so. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No entry. So happens we got a different breed of scumbag in the garden right now. Dorseys are holed up in here, and no one is allowed to pass except with express consent of Sheriff Daisy. No one. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room. No entry. So happens we got a different breed of scumbag in the garden right now. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Welcome to Mary Milkteeth's Morning After Mart. If you did some things last night that you wish you hadn't, I got you covered. I can clean you up, sober you up, cure your ills, and get you ready to face the new day. Or maybe you got banged up in the Dorsey raid. I can help with that too. What do you need? Just a simple humanitarian who saw a niche that needed filling. Now, are you buying or are you talking? Remedies for regret, children. Headache pills, hair of the dog, pills for the pox, pills for the pain, and first aid kits for those of you who might have started something you couldn't finish. All guaranteed to fill you with pep and put a spring in your step. What can I get you? Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Did you see the Dorseys almost blow up the statue?
Yeah, I was hiding under the bookseller's stall.
There's always
Marshall
something
stopped at the last second.
Wouldn't be Market Square without it.
no time.
Let's hope you got another career plan. I give it...
Hey, Jimmy. Glad to see you're okay. Dorsey's didn't get this far?
Nah, they didn't bother with us. They were after folks wearing badges like yours. I would have shot those Dorseys dead if they'd walked in my garage. Haven't seen your friends before. If you folks are looking for help with your vehicle, you've come to the right place. This is the Colorado Springs Arapahoe Station. We got stations all over Colorado, mostly for fixing and supplying our own fleet. But we fix vehicles and sell parts to anybody. I'm the manager, Jimmy Longhaul. That's my crew over there. You need any repairs or alterations to your ride, the best crew in the business. Yeah? Oh, that's Doc Parker. He needed a place to set up his clinic, and we had the space, so... Good thing, too. Those Dorseys hurt a lot of people with that little raid of theirs. We brought as many as we could in here, and Doc's been patching them up as fast as he can. Only got 2 hands, though. The best in Colorado Springs, no lie. He was the Patriarch's personal physician for a while. Took care of all the hoity-toits in Broadmoor Heights, too. Kinda pissed us off at the time, actually. Nice Arapahoe boy, taking care of the hemorrhoids of the 100 families and turning his back on his own people. Came home in the end, though. Remembered who he was and set up his clinic here. Been serving the working people of Colorado Springs ever since. Co-workers, not employees. I only give the orders 'cause I take the orders. Anyway, Fastback's the old one. Been with the station almost as long as I have. Wrench, the tall fella, thinks he's a heartbreaker, but he's the most sentimental sap you'll ever meet. And Pacer's our newest recruit. Don't mess with her. She's 10 pounds of attitude in a 5-pound bag. At the moment, yeah, I guess so. Driving and wrenching has kind of become the Arapahoe brand. We pride ourselves on being the best mechanics and couriers in the West. Well, except for those of us who run the stations, we mostly live on the road. The people of the convoy, some folks call us. And we've turned that way of life into a business. Arapahoe service stations, Iron Thunder logistics, while other folks were eating each other in the suburbs or fighting over mansions in Broadmoor Heights. We kept to the wildlands and didn't come back until civilization. And when we came back, we came with services people needed. Transportation, protection, and repair. Been living well ever since. Sure we do, if they're good enough. Takes a lot of skills to be better than an Arapahoe, though. Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
Make sure you take care of that bike when you get to it.
That rust trap? Why?
Because this was Jimmy Longhaul's first car. Nothing better than the purr of this engine.
Dorsey's nearly killed me. Where I can hide.
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly details?
To welcome you to the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum. You're about to embark on a journey through history as we share with you the people and events that made Colorado what it is today. Our new and improved animatronic exhibits will bring history to life as you learn about the rise of the patriarch, the unification of the 100 families, and their battles against the Monster Army and the Plains Gangs. The staff of the Colorado Heritage Museum asks that you do not interact with the exhibits. Ready? Let's go!
Why, hello there. My name's Old Baldy, and this here is the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum. Or, me and my friends here, dedicated, telling the story of old Saul Buchanan. And now, just stroll from stage to stage and We'll tell you the story. Any questions before you go? Great! The youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man.
Hey, take a look at what these marshals and Dorsey's got.
Hey, those marshals were colleagues of mine. I'm gonna guess you didn't kill them, but you need to put all those valuables back and walk away.
Fat chance. We got guns and ammo now. We don't take orders from marshals no more.
Awaiting orders. Taking the 6.
Taking the shot.
We're in it now. Must have hit a vein. Me dead.
Place is closed. Where I go once is to stand in the cold and make sure you know.
Come on back after I open up my shop.
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate. An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed. The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's orders are in effect. Authorized business only. Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's Palace. Good day.
Brave Marshal, stop Dorsey's at Palace Gates! Patriarch alive and safe!
Slow! Dorsey scum!
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe I should go in there myself. Sheriff Daisy! Sheriff!
Miss, please.
I've had enough of this. Why won't you people do anything?
Dorsey slipped right past the ones we've got.
Deputy? Sheriff going to be busy?
As long as it takes, Miss Wesson. You know the trouble that's gone down.
I do know. My family's in trouble right now. That's why it's so urgent I talk to the sheriff.
She's doing everything she can, miss. If you could just wait here, you'll be the first to know when we know.
Deputy Torres!